levels the Bills and Miami. Miami 5-1, but quarterback Jay Fiedler injured. So the call is answered by Ray Lucas, who has thrown only 3 passes in 2 years as a Miami Dolphin. How do you think he'll do today, Dan? A new home in Buffalo, and is he ever producing?
Well, Drew Bledsoe, after playing very little last year, right now, no quarterback in the NFL is playing the game at a higher level than Drew Bledsoe. He is red hot.
Miami matching San Diego with the best records in the AFC, 5-1. Buffalo with a victory, right back into the thick of this Eastern race. New England with a bye week at 3-3. Miami has enjoyed great success in their past meetings with the Buffalo Bills.
And it shows.
Third and a long 3. Lucas dumps it out, and it's complete to Robert Edwards, the former New England Patriot, the feel-good story of this NFL season, who's come back.
A real loss for the Dolphins, but I'm telling you, Ray Lucas could play. It's just how long will it take him to settle down?
They fake the pass, and they snap it directly to Robert Edwards, and Edwards has the first down. So he's 2 for 2 on 3rd downs today. Aaron Schultz, first down at the 30. Lucas fires complete to Desmond Clark, and the big tight end has it, 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Lucas, touchdown as he guns that one complete to Randy McMichael, the rookie tight end from Georgia. And leads it 7-0.
Hand to bite, and there's a little shove and some separation by Eric Moulds, one of the game's most physical receivers. He actually enjoys the
here's into the stronghold. Long count. Oh, it's a fake, and it's Morris back to Mormon, and that didn't work at all. Miami takes over at the 31. Veteran Brock Marion was all over it. Marion, rather than trying to go outside and pitch it. So the Dolphins with a 7-0 lead, and they try a fake, and this one fails. The Buffalo Bills. Pat Williams falls on the fumble. Ron Edwards, who was in the middle of that reverse to knock the ball free, and Pat Williams recovers. The 2 defensive tackles collaborate. Uh-oh. 2nd and 7. Bledsoe underneath, and it's complete. Fearless Price tackled close to a first down. Zach Thomas around the ankles, along with Kansas City. Now 3rd down and a long 5 for Bledsoe after the penalty. He throws underneath and somehow got it in there for a first down to Josh Reed at the Miami 49-yard line. This rookie
off and almost gets a big play.
And Bledsoe, what a throw to thread that one in there. Bledsoe underneath. Complete at the 45 to Eric Moulds, and Moulds turns upfield to the 43, and a gain of about 7 before Jamar Fletcher can make the stop. Well, the Bills and their fans know this is a team that can score. Travis Henry finds a hole. He's open on the sidelines at the 30, and he's all the way inside the Miami 20, bumped out at the 18-yard line by Brock Marion, the last white jersey in his path, as Henry, who is over 500 yards rushing on the season and 7 touchdowns. So Mike Hollis, who has been 10 for 13, has a 46-yard attempt. It's long enough, and it is good. Oh, Hollis delivers, the veteran from Idaho, and Greg Williams' Bills have their first points of the game.
Than a guy like Earl Campbell.
First down for Lucas. He fires complete. McMichael up again to Spirit and knocked out of bounds deep in Buffalo territory by Eddie Robinson. Boy, does this kid have great hands.
Well, and again, he's got an upside that's beyond belief, but nobody gains weight during training.
Lucas on 3rd down throws. It's intercepted, and that's a big play. The first interception of the year. Nate Clements gets a block and finally down at the 25-yard line. That was one of the incredible statistics going into this game. Here's Buffalo, 6 games in the season, didn't have an interception. Well, Clements has stopped the Miami drive with the first of the year. As a rookie.
A little more knee bend, maybe.
2nd down and 4. That's a good protection. He's going long. A man wide open is Moles. Eric Moles at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Buffalo. Oh, my. 70 yards for the score as Buffalo grabs the lead.
How does Eric Moles, after all these years, continue to get past corners and safeties? You can see right there that Sam Madison lets him go, thinking that Brock Marion is going to be there to take away the deep outside of the field. And Eric Moles just outruns Brock Marion's coverage, or lack thereof, for a Buffalo score.
Moles' 5th touchdown catch of this young season, and Dave Wanstadt's Dolphins fall behind for the first time as Hollis in for the extra point. Good job by Mormon. Snap was offline. So Buffalo has struck 70 yards. Bledsoe to Moles, and the Bills are in front 10-7. Left in this first half. Miami trailing 10-7. First down at their 41. Lucas is 5 for 8 passings. Scrambles, throws, completes to Dedrick Ward. A flag down as the tackle is made by Chris Watson. First down at the 34. Ricky Williams breaking tackles. Ooh, as he toppled quickly. It's coming up from the secondary was Nate Clements.
Well, Nate Clements.
Yards. Nothing wrong with a toe on that one. And Miami has tied it at 10. 4:57 left in this opening half. 1983, the Marino era began. In his first career start, Dan threw 3 touchdowns. However, Dan's debut spoiled by Bills quarterback Joe Ferguson, who threw 5 touchdowns in a 38-35 overtime win. Marino showed what was to come. He was 19 for 29, 322 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Lucky number in Miami. On 3rd and 9, Lucas, lots of time, and throws out. Intercepted by Clements again. He's heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ill-advised throw by Lucas. He looked and looked, and Clements had baited him, was in position, and then Schobel hits Lucas as he throws, and Clements gets an easy score.
Ray should have trusted his instincts, which were probably to take off with the football once he couldn't find anybody open. He's got a crease right there. That's when Ray Lucas is at his most dangerous, but instead at the last minute he decides to try to get the football and down to McMichael, and just, I'm not even sure the hit caused that bad throw. Just a poor decision.
Hollis adds the extra point, and in a way Miami was worried about that statistic that the Bills had not picked off a pass all year. You knew that was going to change. Clemens has both in this first half, and that one for a 29-yard score, his second. Bills are young, but they're ambitious today.
They are hitting all over the field, and the majority, we've seen Ricky Williams deliver a couple big hits of his own running the football, but and as you can see, all of Buffalo's points have come off of Miami turnovers, 2 touchdowns and a field.
Nevertheless, 10 yards marked off against Miami. Lucas plants, throws down the middle. Open is the wide receiver James McKnight, and McKnight corralled by 3 Bills defenders. Prelo and Clements among them, along with Billy Jenkins. Good throw by Lucas there.
Carter's going to join this team, it looks like, and you're right, that put Gadsden's future in real question.
Lucas off play action throws, and it's intercepted, and it's the hat trick for Nate Clements, his 3rd of the game, as Lucas overthrows Randy McMichael. Yeah, that will spin. And Clements, who had 3 all of last year, had 3 in this game today.
Well, this is legal use of hands.
First down at the 14. Henry gets the corner and more. And finally knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Make it the 34. He touched the sidelines. Arturo Freeman coming over from his strong safety to make the hit. 20 yards for Henry.
And he just lost it.
Well, that wins favor with coaches. That's twice Reed has thrown a good block. Flag down as Henry weaving his way to midfield. Tackled at the Buffalo 49 by Brock Marion.
Well, Jason Taylor, sort of blue, electric blue, neon blue.
I'd stay with it, Norman. Bledsoe has to stay with it as his receivers were well covered, and he absorbs a gang tackling treatment as Zach Thomas was helping out his lineman coming in on a blitz.
Oh, no, it got hit at the line of scrimmage. It got hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 10. Blitz again. Prelo gets to him this time and logs the sack as Pearson Prelo, drafted by the 49ers 3 years ago out of Virginia Tech. And he's one of the young defenders that Greg will be timeout with the Bills leading by a touchdown. 1960 when Goodyear.
Special teams.
2nd and 5. Bledsoe. Over the middle, complete to Larry Centers, and the fullback has a first down at the 50-yard line. Moreland Greenwood, linebacker. Great call. 4 catches for him today. 784 in his career. Henry makes the corner again. Cuts back at the 25 and finally written down at the 17-yard line by Patrick Surtain. And what a block by center Trey T.
Well, if you had
be about 27, depending on the spot, 26 or 27. Oh, what a good job by Mormon, not only to catch that snap and spin it in time to get the laces away from Mike Hollis. So the Bills now lead by 10. And Ray Lucas and the offense are going to get it back, and Lucas, of course, for the injured. But those numbers are discouraging, and the fans understand
exactly what's right and what's wrong. He has to do what's best for himself.
There's a throw, and it's complete, and it's right at the yardsticks, depending on the mark, as James McKnight in front of Nate Clements. And
Part of the game.
First down at the 42. Back to throw into the flat, complete to Conrad, and the fullback has his first catch of the day, wrestled down by Eddie Robinson. Well, let's see what the wrestling attempt, the same distance that Murray kicked the field goal in Denver, and it's a fake, and ahead goes the up back, and I don't know if he made it. It looks as if it's a bit short. Buffalo thinks they've turned it over as Dave Wanstead goes for the fake.
Well, the whole line was offset to the right. Nobody but the snapper, the holder, and the kicker were lined up in a kicking formation, and they lateral the snap over. Football right here. As you can see, the whole team, nobody but a snapper, a holder, and a kicker here, and they lateral the ball over. Buffalo did a very good job defensively of not being fooled by that and honoring their defensive responsibilities. Well done by the Bills.
Absolutely. That play looked as
good job coming back with the field goal, making it 7-3. But this was the backbreaker. The long pass to Eric Mould, 70 yards. Another field goal, and it has been Buffalo just capitalizing on Miami turnovers with
empty backfield, and Lucas looks for Williams in the flat, finds him, first down and more. Written down at the 35 of Buffalo by Pearson Prelo. A pass play, first down at the Buffalo 35. 6:52 left, fumble, and it goes to Buffalo as on the exchange London Fletcher finds the ball flying right in his lap as Ricky Williams unable to take the ball cleanly from his quarterback.
Ray Lucas stumbled coming out from under center. You can see right there something caused Ray Lucas to stumble and dip as he was trying to make the handoff.
Well, you know, the numbers don't.
Dick, he got the ball there. It looked like, but that looked really poor from the very beginning, from the snap of the ball.
Look, 311 yards passing on the season, but Bledsoe, except for that 70-yard pass, has really been held in check. Henry hasn't. And Travis Henry close to a first down at the 39-yard line as he continues to pile up yardage on the ground. He's over 600 yards for the season. Timeout. Take a look at the team leaders. Bledsoe only 166 yards, 70 on the one long touchdown pass to Eric Moulds, but no interceptions. And here's the man that has taken on Ricky Williams on the same field and certainly has offered a shining afternoon of play. 130 yards for Travis Henry.
And Eric Moulds, as you've heard, all of that 70 yards on the one reception. And the Travis Henry yardage is really what has
leads the NFL quarterbacks in passing yardage coming in, over 2,000 yards in 6 games. Hit as he throws, but gets it away accurately and complete to Larry Centers. And Centers, the sagacious veteran, cuts back inside to the 18-yard line and a first down. Brock Marion finally with a tackle.
This team is about as far removed from a 3-13 team as you can possibly imagine.
And they're without their top cornerback, Antoine Winfield, today, as timeout is called. And how about a 4-yard attempt by Hollis as they let the clock run down to 1:17. Hollis has made his first 2, and he, like Clemens, is 3 for 3. So Hollis, one of the additions, and Greg Williams brought that up in our conversation yesterday after the 3-13 flying home. One of the first thoughts in his mind was, we've got to get ourselves a reliable field goal kicker. Hollis.
Any win here is well earned.
Total yards, only 10 yards difference between the Bills and the Dolphins, but look at those big 5 turnovers.
That's the story of the game. 17. Now this is not how Ray Lucas envisioned his day unfolding. Certainly not his fault. Gobbled up in the beginning of the game, planted, hit. This guy's been hit from every angle, from every direction. And for Miami is the bye coming up.
The bye week has come at exactly the right time for Wannstedt. Underneath, another interception on the deflection. Keith Newman, the linebacker at the 20, and out of bounds. Check that, Eddie Robinson picks it off, and the veteran from Alabama State has his first interception of the season, his career number 6.
Open receivers and their quarterback as far as where the ball's going to be, and acting surprised at the linebacker core on their way back.
And they'll go home, will the Buffalo Bills, to meet the Detroit Lions next weekend, and then New England. 2 home games, and folks up there at Ralph Wilson Stadium will be in a very happy mood. As we take a quick look now as the adjusted AFC East, Miami falls to 5-2. Buffalo moves within a game of the lead, and New England Patriots sitting at home on a bye week have to look at that and say, maybe things aren't so dismal after all. Greg Williams and the Buffalo Bills come to Miami and defeat the Dolphins 20-10, and they do it with defense. One of those interceptions for a touchdown by Nate Clements. Stay tuned for the Subway postgame. For Dan Deerdorf and Bonnie Bernstein, this is Dick Enberg at Pro Players Stadium in South Florida. Thank you for being with us. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.
All right. Dick, Dan, and Bonnie, thank you so much. The Bills surpassed their win total of a year ago. Their 4th victory, defeating the Dolphins 23-10.